Total team effort, by our guys tonight. Nobody logged over 30 minutes. I thought the game was won, for us, certainly, just from our perspective. Obviously, it was won tonight, but it was won for us on as soon as we lost to Middle Tennessee. And, our mood in the locker room, I could tell that, obviously they were very, very upset. And, they were ready to get back to work. And I felt like our attitude, our effort on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday was tremendous. Their focus, their attention to detail, their willingness to be coached, was tremendous. And I told them that after the game tonight. And that's kind of what our formula's got to be. And now we've got Friday, to prepare, for Florida International. And we've got to take a similar approach. We've got to come in there ready to attack what they do and how they can hurt us. I thought specifically in the game tonight, like I mentioned, total team effort. A lot of guys contributed, guys off the bench, guys that started the basketball game. I thought Willie and Mike did an excellent job together. And I thought Terrence's energy off the bench, which I told him today that he was going to come off the bench, and that I wanted when he came in to try to dictate the pace of the game. And I think he did that. He came in with his energy, his effort, his enthusiasm, and he played really hard. Obviously, Perrier was tremendous on the basketball. He kind of sets the tone in guarding the other team's point guard. He was tremendous tonight. Wasn't required to score a lot of baskets or make a ton of assists, but his impact on the game was felt. Going down the list here, thinking of other guys, the two freshmen were tremendous again. Keyshawn scored some early baskets to kind of get us going. Thorne got going middle of the half, and kind of does what he does on a nightly basis. And I thought overall it was a very, very good effort by our guys. Defensively, I thought our guys, it's the most man we've played in a while, and I thought our guys did a nice job of limiting Poole and forcing him into some tough shots. He's a very good basketball player, and Braxton did a really nice job at the start of the game. That was kind of his assignment, was to make him, or force him to shoot as many tough shots as we could. And, Braxton should get a lot of the credit for that. So, yeah, no question. I mean, you look at the numbers. I mean, it was 52 to 18 points in the paint, and that was definitely a focus for us. They have a very weird stat, in terms of they've only given up or made – the other opponents have only made 47 threes against them overall. So a lot of teams are going inside on them, whether it's throwing it to their post guys in the paint or whether it's guards, going in there. That's a rare stat. I mean, we've given up like 150-some. So you kind of see the two opposite ends. But certainly that was a focus. I mean, it's a focus on most nights for us, for our guards to get to the basket and our big guys to establish position inside, and we were able to do that. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, it was, Bernard has no ego. When he decided to go ahead and try to play, it wasn't for himself, it was for the team. And, that's his mentality. He wants to try to help the best he can. He doesn't have any expectations. He realizes that, we're late in the season, middle of the conference season. So, he's doing his best in practice. He's basically for the past 2 weeks been on the scout team. So now he's got to begin to learn a little bit more of what we're doing on offense, and slowly but surely, hopefully. Obviously, you saw tonight. He's a good player and a guy that can help our team. But we got a lot of guys that can help our team. So we're excited that he wants to be a part of it this year, and forgo the opportunity to try for a waiver later on. Well, we'll see. It's just going to be all based on our practices, and then, we'll kind of go from there. But, nothing's been determined, at this point.
I thought that me and Willie did a great job controlling the paint and rebounding and playing physical. We executed the game plan that, our coaches wanted us to do before the game.
It was extremely important. All the games that we've lost have been close. hard-fought games that we've been in, and we're just learning how to finish as a team because we're still pretty young across the board, and we just haven't figured out how to finish this year. And I feel like this win is a good win to catapult us to the heights that we said that we would reach from day one.
Well, I mean, I think certainly, I mean, you talk about our team, our strength, is both guards and bigs. We have a good balance of both. We have bigs that we can throw it to inside that can score baskets, like the big fella here, and certainly Willie's does a good job of sealing inside. And then we've got guards that can drive the basketball, that live in the paint. You got Torin can drive it. Perrier certainly over his career gets into the paint a lot. So I mean, that's pretty much our strategy. We don't want to shoot a ton of threes. We want to try to live in the paint, and we feel like that's an area that we can try to exploit night in and night out. And sometimes, certain teams will try to take that away, by doubling him. That's a compliment to him, and his game and the work that he's put in. When other teams begin to double, they chose not to tonight, and I think certainly that was a good thing for us. Well, they were pressing us kind of at the end, so Cam Pappas ended up taking it up the court that one time. But yeah, no doubt. I mean, transition basketball for us, that is key. We want to try to dictate the pace on most nights. We want to run the court. We have good players that can make plays in transition, whether it's our guards or our bigs running the court. This guy, I mean, he'll tell you he's probably the fastest with Perrier, and this guy's right there with him when they run sprints. I mean, he's amazing. And Willie can run too. So, we've got guys that can sprint the court, and we've just encouraged our guys to make better decisions in transition when we do run the court. And I thought we did that. Terrence was very good in transition tonight. Right? He made a couple of plays where he just pulled up and shot it, made some passes. This guy was very good. Keyshawn made some good plays. Braxton, made some good plays as well. Yeah, I mean, certainly I think what Thorne said, when you're in a tight game, finishing games, being able to execute down the stretch, being able to defend at a high level, all right, when you need a stop, all of those things are what we've been working on over the last few days. Obviously, we weren't in that situation tonight, but it's coming, all right? It's conference play. I mean, it is what it is. So we've got to be able to execute at a high level, and we've got to be able to get stops when it's called for.
I do it a little bit in practice. I had a play where I did it in practice, I think on Tuesday, so I thought I might try it out in the game. And when I did it once, I made a little, floating hook, and the other time I got fouled on the pump fake. So, I just thought I'd try it out and test it, see how it went, and I was successful 1 out of 2 times.
Yeah, I mean, that certainly got the bench up, no doubt, when they saw him going in there to lay it up. But Ivan, I thought, gave us great minutes tonight, and he actually didn't get to play in the last 2 games, and he's maintained a good attitude about it, and I was happy to see him have some success out there. Ivan's a good player, and he's a guy that certainly can help our team. It's the 6-year deal because he's already transferred, so yeah, he'd have to wait another year to figure that out once he finished his senior year, and then apply for the waiver and all that. And he just felt like it's probably best to go ahead and play. There's not enough history there. As you look around the country, our compliance guy is one of the best in the country, Scott Bird, and he investigated it pretty in depth, and looked at similar cases, to what Bernard has, and felt like you're rolling the dice, if you do that. So the ball was in his court, and he decided, okay, I'm gonna, rather than do that, I'm gonna be in it for the guys right now and do my best here to help them finish the season the right way.